Hello everyone. So just a fair warning, I'm talking really quietly because there's 3 people in my house at the moment and they're all sleeping, so I don't want to wake anyone up. I will try and boost the volume in post. Welcome to day 5 of Bookmas, which is crazy. I can't believe we're up to day 5. Also, please excuse the state of me. You will hear later on in this video as to why I look the way that I do. Like I said, you'll hear later on in this video. But without further ado, let's get into today's video. We are doing what originally started out as a 24-hour readathon of festive books. It has turned into just reading festive books, to be fair. Again, you'll hear why later on towards the end of this video. But without further ado, grab a drink, grab a snack, and let's get into the video. Good morning everyone. So we are going to start this readathon. It is currently 7:15 in the morning. You probably won't hear from me too much until like 11ish because people are home. They're currently in the shower. We are going to set a timer for 24 hours. Now I'm probably going to pause this tonight when I go to sleep, but I don't think I'm going to pause it throughout the day, if that makes sense. At 24 hours, press start. 24 hours starting. We are going to be reading Holdiay Ever After. So yeah, I'm like a quarter of the way through this. I think I should move through this pretty fast. I do have to run to the post office at 9 because I have to post a order. So I will be doing that at 9 o'clock. But other than that, I'm picking up my kid this afternoon. I'm literally going to be reading all day. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to pause the timer all day or if I'm just going to pause it tonight when I go to sleep, because filming this Bookmas content has been a mish and I still have this video, one more video, and an intro and outro to edit and get done. So all that's gonna have to wait till tomorrow to get this done, but that's fine. Anyway, so I'm gonna go read this. Also, I got a new bookmark from QVD Books. How stunning. I'm obsessed. But yeah, I'm gonna go read this and I'll check back in soon. Let's give you guys a little bit more lighting so you can see me. The timer is still going. We're at 20 hours and 18 minutes. To be fair, I haven't been like reading consistently that whole time, but I'm not going to be pausing the timer quite as much as I did the last time I did this challenge. But I am going to have to go out in a minute and do a few things. I think I'm going to finish this book first and then I'm going to go out. But yeah, like we're over halfway through. The problem that I have with like Christmas books is it's summer here. And it's really hard to like get into the like vibe of this, but like it's still fun. Like I'm still enjoying it. Like it's a good book and I've definitely been giggling and it's funny. I love Hannah Grace's writing. So like this is probably one of the better books to read. It's still really good, but I do need to, there's a couple of things that I need to do today. One of them is I need to post this. I need to go and ship this out. I also need to go to the gym and go and sign up for my membership because they have a sale on where you don't have to pay anything until January, so I get like a month free. So that's what I want to do. And I also need to run up to Woolies and get a few things from Woolies. So it's 11 o'clock now, so I'm probably going to try and finish this and then I'll go up because yeah, I want to make sure I go up before like school time because traffic is hectic. So actually maybe I might pause the timer, go do that, and then come back because I don't want to get stuck in school time traffic. So I'm going to pause the timer and then I'm going to go and post this, run up to the gym and sign up for that, and then stop by Woolies and just get a couple of things. I need to get some fruit and veggies from the fruit and veg shop. I need to get like washing powder and washing detergent and just a couple of little things. So I might go and do that now because yeah, it's 11 o'clock, so it won't be as bad with like school traffic and stuff. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So the timer is paused, then we'll come back and we'll finish this. And yeah, I'm planning on like reading quite late tonight as well because I do like my child's at daycare, which is why I'm able to like sit down and read, but also like people were home this morning and we were chatting and whatnot. So I don't even know what time the post office closes. Let me have a look. It closes at 5 p.m. No, I need to go do that. I'm going to go do that because I need to get this done and I don't want it to be any later. So I'm going to do all that and then we'll come back and we'll read. Okay, so I'm home from doing everything that I needed to do. I've unloaded the shopping. I've got something stabbing into my foot. I feel like it's a hair splinter. Tell me why hair splinters hurt more than bindies. Anyway, gonna have to limp until I go outside. Yes, so we're gonna restart. Sorry, I was replying to a message. We're gonna restart the timer. So we're still at 20 hours and 16 minutes and 51 seconds. So starting, we're counting down again. And I'm essentially gonna read until like 5:30 when I'm gonna go pick up the child. So yeah, I'm gonna go sit outside and read for a little bit. I'm gonna continue reading this. I wanna finish this. I left my glasses down the front, didn't I? I'm gonna have to go pull this thing out of my foot first because I can't walk, it's hurting. Come to realize that the angles you guys get of me while I'm reading is never nice, but enjoy this angle while I read. And also I've got this really cool like Christmas at Hogwarts thing on that I just had to show you because I think it's awesome. Even though my Christmases don't look like that because I live in Australia, but anyway. I'm on page 253 and it's like 350 pages long. So it should be done in about an hour, which is good because we have 19 hours and 15 minutes left and I've got about 3.5 hours until I need to pick up the child. So I also have just ordered myself a kebab as well. So I'm waiting for that to get here because I'm hungry. I just want to complain about this book for a second. We still have like 18 hours on the clock. This is taking me a really long time to read this book, which is kind of annoying, but I'm pissed off with it. I'm literally at page 312 and I'm like this close to DNFing it. And it's because of the whole like miscommunication trope sort of thing. It's not really, but it is. Like, so essentially Clara's company like stole a design for a toy from Fraser Falls. And it's Clara's family business, and Clara was in some other job for a year, and the whole like thing that she had developed was taken over by someone else and they did the wrong thing. Then they ended up stealing the design from these people, and so she goes to Fraser Falls to make things better and try to change things. And her dad says to her, if you can do that and get them to take the videos down, then I will give you the promotion. And Jack the whole time is like, I don't want to talk about your work and your family because he hates them, which is fair. But he's the only person in town that didn't know that she was going for this job promotion. And now she's left because they had a fight about it, because he found out about it, because she told him, and I'm just over it. So I literally have like 40 pages left, so I'm probably going to finish it, but it just really bothers me when this shit goes on. So anyway, let's continue reading. We've officially finished the first book, Holiday Ever After by Hannah Grace. Look, it wasn't a bad book, but I will probably include the clip after this, and you can see my crash out that I sent to Bestie. But I am just so over miscommunication tropes leading to third act breakups. It's so frustrating. Even though like this was something that like was a constant throughout the book, it still is really frustrating to me, and it just really bothers me. So enjoy the little crash out, but yeah, I'm just over it. It's just something that really bothers me. So I'm sick of miscommunication tropes leading to a fucking third act breakup, and then there's some big grand gesture at the end. I'm on the epilogue, hence why I'm complaining, but I'm fucking sick of it. Now it is 20 past 4, so I have like 40 minutes till I have to go pick up my child, and I do need to do some like cleaning. So I was gonna have a quick look. Let's just pause the timer quickly. This says if I read all the way through that I'll be finishing at 9:34 in the morning, which isn't too bad considering I did pause the timer for like an hour, but I've just paused it now. So we've got 17 hours and 14 minutes left. But I'm gonna have a quick look on my Audible and see if I can find like a short little like novella or something, like a Christmas novella to listen to. Okay, so I have heard that this one's pretty good. Is it My December Darling by Lauren Asher? And it's only 5 hours and 37 minutes. Half that because I listened to my audiobooks in 2 times, so I might actually be able to like finish that within the 24-hour period. But the next physical book I'm going to read is Love Light Farms by B.K. Borrision. But I like need to go clean my kitchen, put some washing on and do that. So while I'm doing that, I think I might do that, like might listen to that. So I'm going to select it as my monthly title. It's really funny that B.K. Borrision has endorsed this book and Hannah Grace has endorsed this book. That makes me giggle. But yes, so I have downloaded that. I'm gonna get my earphones and put my earphones in, and I'm just gonna do some washing and like little things around the house that I need to do, and I will listen to this while I do that. We'll see if I like this book because it's a novella to one of the books that I've DNF'd this year, so we'll see if I like it. But anyway, this is going. I am going to just quickly do one thing on my computer, and then I'm going to go do washing and just do some things around the house and listen to this. So I'm going to continue the timer and I will check back in later. Okay, I've just paused my audiobook briefly because I was very skeptical going into this book because the only other book that I've read by Lauren Asher I really disliked. And this book started out the same way. I am only 6 chapters in. I've got like 2 hours and 12 minutes left. So I've only been listening to it for like half an hour. But the first scene between our love interests was very immature. And that's what I didn't like about Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher. And this is obviously set in the same scene because it's a Lake Wisteria. It's a Lake Wisteria like novella. So it goes with the Lakefront Billionaire series, which is Love Redesigned, Love Arranged, and Love Rewritten or something, I think. And I was really nervous going into this because I was like, I'm not sure I'm gonna like it because I really disliked the other one. I think I literally got 9 or 10 chapters in and I was like, absolutely not. The MCs, both of them, the female and the male main character, both just annoyed me to no end. But this one's actually quite funny. This one has me giggling and I'm actually enjoying it. So I just wanted to come on here and say that because yeah, like things change. So at the moment we still have 16 hours and 37 minutes left on the timer. It is just about to hit 5 o'clock. So I am going to get my child very soon, which is fine. While he's home, I can just sit on the couch and read, and I can keep listening to this while I cook. I am planning on reading until very late tonight. Like I'm talking like 11, 12 o'clock tonight. Then I'll get like 6 hours sleep and then I'll continue reading in the morning. I will be pausing it when I go to sleep tonight, but I'm just not pausing it as much as I did with like my regular 24-hour readathon that I've done in the past. I don't have that much energy and I don't want to be filming this video over 3 days. I would like to do the wrap up tomorrow as well. So that's why I'm not pausing it as much. I will pause it to sleep tonight because this says I will finish at like 9:36 tomorrow. If I pause it for 6 hours, that's gonna be what, 9:30? It's gonna be 3:30 in the afternoon. I'll be finishing it at 3:30 tomorrow afternoon rather than 9:30 in the morning, which I would prefer to be doing it like that so I can do like a little wrap up and film the intro and everything tomorrow afternoon rather than having to wait until the next day. Anyway, I'm gonna keep listening to this and just do a couple more things. I gotta get chicken out and defrost that because I think I'm gonna do butter chicken tonight for dinner. Yeah, I'm going to continue potting around my kitchen and just tidying up a few things. Okay, I am going to pick up the child. It is 5:30, so I'm gonna go pick up my kid from daycare. I'm not gonna pause the timer because it's like 5 minutes up the road and I'm gonna listen to this there and back. So we're currently at 16 hours and 2 minutes and I have an hour and 42 minutes left of this book. So I will probably end up finishing listening to this today. We shall see. Yeah, like I have a feeling I'll end up finishing it today with cooking and everything. So, and then we will read this as well. I haven't started, I've just thrown the bookmark in the front. So I have a bookmark, but yeah. So I'm gonna go get him. I'm not gonna pause the timer because I'm gonna listen to this on the way there. So I'll be back and check in with you guys soon. I was about to check in, but my child wants to make rice, so I'll come back. It is currently 6:30, so I'm about to cook dinner. We have an hour and 5 minutes left of my December darling. You want some more? You want some cold water? Yeah. Let me fill up the water for the child. So like I was saying, we have about an hour and 5 minutes left of this book. I'm up to chapter 16 of 26 plus an epilogue. Also, sorry if you can hear Miss Money in the background and my child talking. We have just over 15 hours left. So literally by the time I cook dinner and eat and get my kid off to bed, I'll be finished this book. So that's a bonus. So I'm going to cook dinner. We're doing butter chicken, which I also just realized I have the wrong sauce. I don't have cream to go with it. I've got sour cream, so I think I'm gonna use my jar sauce instead today. So I'm gonna cook dinner. Okay, so it is 7:45. I am about to pause the timer because I'm gonna have to get my kid off to bed and everything, and I have finished my December Darling by Lauren Asher. Just finished it. It says end credits. I actually really enjoyed that book more than I thought I would. I was not expecting to enjoy it as much as I did. It was very humorous, very cute, great for just like a little sweet novella, like it was, like short, sweet, very cute. I probably would have been able to read it almost as quickly as like I listened to it, which love. So we've gotten 2 books ticked off, but like I said, I am gonna pause the timer. We have 13 hours and 52 minutes left. So if I want to read until like 11, once I put my kid to bed, which will be like, literally I'm gonna bath him in a minute. I'm literally gonna sit down and read Love Light Farms. So the timer will be going from then. So if I want to read until like 11, that's 3 hours. That'll take me down to about 11 hours left on the timer. I would like to get it a little bit lower than that, but if I don't, that's fine. I literally have all day to read tomorrow, and I can film my little wrap up late tomorrow afternoon, or late tomorrow night, like at 8, 9 o'clock at night. So as long as I can get it down to like 12 hours and start reading by like 7 tomorrow morning, I'll be super happy with that. But I am gonna start Love Light Farms. We'll see if I end up finishing that tonight. I don't even know how many pages it is. Let me get it. It is 304 pages long. So realistically, I should be able to read this in like 3-4 hours. We will see. I have heard that BK Borrison's writing is super easy to read. So he's currently just watching Miss Money. I said to him that once this episode was done, we were going to have a bath and get him off to bed. So I will come back when I sit down to start reading this, which will be once I put him to bed. Sorry for the awkward lighting. I should really learn to get my light, but anyway, I've just put my kid into bed. He's not asleep yet, but he's going to sleep. I'm going to make myself a Nesquik, and then we are going to sit down and read as much of this as we can before we go to bed. I'm really happy at the fact that like I've gotten 2 books done in under half the amount of time, like before halfway. Like I've got almost 14 hours left still, so I'm really happy with that. Anyway, I'm gonna make my Nesquik, and then I'm going to smash out as much of this as I can. Okay, so quick little check-in. I'm like 24 pages in, 25 pages in. I am going to literally keep reading, but people are about to be home, so I probably won't check in again until the morning. My timer says that I have 13 hours and 1 minute left, so 13 hours. So I want to keep reading for at least another hour or 2, if not longer. So it's 20 past 9. If I read for 2 hours, that'll take me to like 11:30. So yeah, I want to read till like 12, 12:30, maybe 1 if I could stay up that long, and then I'll have like 5 hours sleep. Let's see if I can get this done before I go to bed. But I will check in with you guys in the morning rather than tonight, because yeah. Apologies for the god-awful angle, but I needed to film this little clip because I am not going to be able to finish this 24-hour reading challenge, because it is now Thursday, and on Monday night when I was doing this challenge, my child came down with a really bad cold, to the point where I actually had him at the hospital in the middle of the night from about 1 a.m. till like 4 a.m. We didn't get home till 4 a.m. And then like Tuesday was just a really big day, and then Wednesday I was just like, Tuesday was just a really hard day because he was still so ill, and then yesterday, which was Wednesday, I was just so shattered. So I have literally, like, wherever I left off from reading Love Light Farms, I'm still up to that. Like, I haven't read anything else. So the only book that we finished was Holdiay Ever After by Hannah Grace, which is fine. I'm okay with that, but I need this video to go up tomorrow, and I didn't want to like waste the footage that I have. So we are just going to go with the footage that we have and a little bit of the Love Light Farms footage. But so I did film a little clip this morning being like, we're just going to end it where I've got the footage, but I'm not going to finish off the timer. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to read today and vlog like what I read. And I really want to read this. My plan was always to read it during this readathon, so I'm going to read this now. This is Silent Night by Philpitt. If you haven't seen already yesterday's Bookmas video, you will know what this book's about. But yeah, essentially I'm going to read this. It's like literally 112 pages. So I'll be able to read this in an hour or so. And then I might also read Love Light Farms. I'm just going to like do little bits of reading today until like 5 o'clock because I need to edit this video today and get it up tomorrow. So we're going to read this now because I really, really wanted to read this during this vlog. And yeah, so I'm going to read this. Okay, so I've just finished Silent Night and we're going to end the video here. You're going to get like a little bit of a wrap up from me at the end. I'll go through like all my reviews on the 3 books that we read. But now that I've finished this one, I feel like we can end it here. I am sorry that this didn't turn out to a 24-hour reading challenge, but that's what happens when your kids get sick. But yeah, this was pretty good. I enjoyed it. It's like a silly little dark romance. It obviously moved very fast. It's only 112 pages, so it moved very, very quickly, which is fine. I'm probably going to give it like a 3-star and maybe like a 2 chili spice because like it's so thin. Again, 112 pages, but it was really nice to read. So you will see our intro Justine for the outro. Okay, so let's quickly go through the books that I read in this video that again started out as a 24-hour reading challenge. I think I ended up with like 12 hours and 22 minutes left on the timer, which obviously didn't get done. You guys obviously heard this morning as to why that didn't get done and whatnot. Well, just before all these clips, you heard why. But the first book we read was Holdiay Ever After by Hannah Grace. I really enjoyed this book more than I thought I would. I think I rated it like 4 stars. And like I want to say like a 1 chili spice. It wasn't super spicy, but it was good. It was still a good book. I enjoyed it, especially for a Christmassy themed book and for being in Australia where it's really hot and we celebrate Christmas in the middle of summer. It was a good book. I still managed to enjoy it and get involved. The next one that we read / listened to was My December Darling by Lauren Asher, I think it was. It's a novella from the Lakefront Billionaire series, so like Love Redesigned, Love Arranged, Love Something Else. Can't remember what the other one was. Again, really enjoyed this book more than I thought I would. Was able to listen to it really quickly because obviously it's so short. I did not have high hopes for it because I really disliked Love Redesigned to the point where I actually DNF'd it really early on, like I think 9 chapters in, like not even like under 100 pages in, and I was not optimistic about this book. I started listening to it and kind of had the same thing. I was like, oh, these people are going to annoy me, but it got really good and it got better. So I'm going to rate that one again like a 3.5 star, I think is what I'm going to rate that book. Again, really enjoyed it, thought it was really good. So, and then lastly, we read Silent Night by M.L. Philpitt, which is like a really short dark romance. You guys just saw it was the last book that I read in this video. Again, we did also start reading Love Light Farms, but I am like not even 100 pages into that book, so I'm just kind of, I'm not going to comment on that. I will finish it this month some stage, but I just wanted to read one more book and this one was nice and short, so that's why I've softly put that one to the side for now. But yeah, this one I really enjoyed. It was a dark romance, so I always like dark romances. The only thing that was kind of hard with this is like it did move really quickly, but obviously being 112 pages, it's going to move fast. So that kind of makes sense. I'm going to rate this one again like a 3.25 star, and I'm going to give it like a 2 chili spice. There was a fair amount of spicy scenes in this for how long it was, and they were pretty spicy. So yeah. Anyway, that is it from me today. I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and I hope to see you tomorrow for Bookmas Day 6. I don't even remember what Bookmas Day 6 is. Oh, I do remember what it is now. Never mind. If you did enjoy this video, make sure that you like and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so you get notified for all of the Bookmas content coming up. We have another 7 days. We're doing 12 days of Bookmas. If you don't already follow me on TikTok and Instagram, they'll be linked on the screen as well as in the description box below. If you want any annotated books from me, head over to my Etsy shop. It's Commentary Corner, again on the screen and in the description box below. And that is it for me today. I will see you tomorrow for Bookmas Day 6. Bye. Mwah.